episode of Ignatian Waves, a news bulletin radiating from the XTTI campus of Xavier University, Patna. I am Mansa from the Department of Mass Communication. Let's have a look at the top stories of December so far, starting with some campus news. On December 23rd, our campus came together to celebrate the feast of St. Francis Xavier, our patron's day. Organized by the Cultural Committee, the day was a beautiful tribute to the legacy of our patron saint, bringing the entire student body and faculty together in a spirit of reflection and community. The celebration served as a reminder of our institution's core values and the missionary zeal of St. Francis Xavier that continues to inspire our academic journey. The Department of Journalism and Mass Communication organized a special event on December 6th. Students gathered for a screening of the short film Stalker, directed by our talented alumni Nihal Datta and Shivanshu Singh Satya. This session provided current students with an inspiring look at the creative success of our graduates in the field of filmmaking. The event concluded with a formal vote of thanks, celebrating the artistic achievements within our department. Our commitment to the social service continued this month through the YFI Club. On December 6th, the club members visited IGIMS for Roti Day. The team distributed homemade meals and packet food items to those in need, embodying the Xaverian spirit of kindness and helpfulness. This initiative highlighted the importance of grassroots community support and the dedication of our students to make a tangible difference in the lives of people in our local neighborhood. Practical learning took central stage for our journalism students on December 6th. The BAJMC 2 students embarked on an industrial visit to the Prabhat Khabar facility in the Patliputra industrial area. The visit provided students with first-hand exposure to the fast-paced world of print media and large-scale newspaper production. By observing the editorial and printing processes up close, our future journalists gained valuable insights into the professional standards and technical requirements for the contemporary media industry. On the evening of December 13th, the campus was filled with music for the annual carol singing competition, graced by our chief guest, Father Joseph Pulikal S.J., along with Rector Father Joseph Sebastian S.J., Vice Chancellor Father Dr. Martin Boris S.J., and Registrar Father Dr. Shari George S.J. To help us crown the winners, we were honored to have a panel of expert judges including Pastor Anand Prasad, Dr. Pallavi Biswas, and Mr. Frank Krishna. After some fantastic performances, St. Karen's High School Patna took home the first position, followed by Don Bosco Academy in the second place, and our very own St. Xavier's College of Management and Technology Patna secured the third position. On December 23rd, the campus was filled with festive spirit as the Cultural Committee hosted a grand Christmas celebration. The afternoon began with a soulful performance of traditional carols by the Dhwani Club, following which Rector Reverend Father Joseph Sebastian S.J. addressed the gathering. A highlight of the event was the literary launch of Whisper Beyond Silence, a new poetry collection by Mr. Tapeshwar Prasad. The program continued with a video presentation on the birth of Jesus, followed by a vibrant Christmas dance performance. The celebration moved forward with a traditional cake-cutting ceremony, and to wrap up the day, the staff participated in a spirited round of Secret Santa, before the event was brought to a formal close with a heartfelt vote of thanks. On December 24th, the YFI Club organized a blanket distribution drive. This winter relief effort saw students donating blankets and old woolen clothes to help those struggling with the harsh weather. By ensuring that warmth reached the underprivileged during the cold December nights, our student body demonstrated great compassion and communal responsibility. This drive was more than just a donation. It was a way for our students to step up for their community and ensure that no one in our neighborhood had to face the winter chills alone. Now let's have a look at the news for January so far. We started the year on a global note. On January 3rd, the King Sejong Institute Foundation brought a vibrant Korean culture exchange to our campus. It wasn't just a performance, it was an immersion. The event opened with a stunning traditional fan dance, followed by a series of mesmerizing performances and soulful songs that left the audience spellbound. It was a beautiful reminder of how art and culture can bridge the distance between nations. The interactive sessions allowed students to engage directly with Korean traditions, sparking a newfound curiosity for global aesthetics. It truly set a high bar for the cultural spirit we hope to carry throughout the rest of the academic year. January was a powerhouse month for athletics at the Father Gibbons Sports Ground, dominated by the School of Computer Science, who secured championships in both football on January 9th and volleyball on January 15th against the School of Management. The momentum continued with a high-energy kabaddi tournament on January 19th and a thrilling cricket match on January 21st, both showcasing the exceptional grit, strategy and versatile talent of our Xaverian athletes. On January 10th, we celebrated National Youth Day, organized by the Social Awareness Committee. We were privileged to have Mr. Amritesh Kumar as our chief guest. The day was filled with inspiration from a moving poem by Ankita of BBIB to a thought-provoking skit by the Xavier Theatre Club. Speaking of the theatre club, there was a special moment of pride as certificates were awarded to the team for their recent victory at the Patna Book Fair, where they won the Nuk Karnataka competition on the theme Drug-Free India. It's heartening to see our students using their talent to tackle such critical social issues. A melodious song was performed by the Xavier Dhwani Club, following which the program was concluded by a vote of thanks. On January 17th, the campus shifted its focus toward innovation and the future of Indian enterprise with a dedicated session on the Startup India mission, guided by Mr. Dheeraj Kumar, who is a chartered accountant, cost and management accountant, and an income tax practitioner. During the session, he broke down the practicalities of launching a venture in today's economy, moving beyond theory to explain the real-world financial and legal frameworks that support new businesses. His multidisciplinary background provided our students with a unique view of what it truly takes to build a startup from the ground up. Moving on to a very special tradition here at Xavier campus, the annual Sadbhavna Samagam and Parent Professor Meeting, which took place on January 18th, organized by the Social Awareness Committee and the Academic Activities Committee. The day began with a beautiful ceremony of lighting the lamp, followed by a graceful prayer dance and a warm welcome address by the principal, who set the tone by emphasizing the importance of collaborative growth between parents and educators. We were privileged to have Professor Dr. Ratna Amrit, Principal, BD College, Patliputra University, Patna, as our chief guest. But it wasn't just about the speeches. The campus was alive with talent. The Xavier Theatre Club took to the stage with a thought-provoking skit, while the Xavier Dhwani Club moved the audience with a soulful musical performance. The day concluded with a formal vote of thanks, but the real impact was felt in the productive conversations during the parent-professor meeting, where parents and professors met to discuss the academic and personal journeys of our students. It was a wonderful reminder that here at Xavier's, education is truly a collective effort. On January 21st, the Xavier Coding Club hosted a specialized session on UI/UX design. This session was all about finding that perfect balance between aesthetics and functionality. It was a fantastic opportunity for our tech enthusiasts to sharpen their creative edges and understand the human side of software development. Whether it's an app or a website, our students are clearly preparing to design the interfaces of tomorrow. On January 22nd, the spirit of service took flight with an initiative called Udan, organized by our dedicated NSS volunteers. This program reached out to the heart of the community at the Gandhi Maidan slum. The focus of the day was both practical and powerful: the distribution of sanitary pads to women and young girls in the area. But beyond the distribution, it was about breaking taboos and starting a conversation around menstrual health and hygiene. It was a small step that represents a giant leap toward health for the community members involved. On January 24th, the NSS unit organized a cloth distribution drive that truly showcased the heart of our institution. The team headed out to the area near the Digha Ames elevated bridge, where they distributed donated clothes to those in need. This drive was a beautiful example of how small acts of kindness, when gathered together from across the college, can make a significant difference in the lives of our neighbors. On January 24th, the air was filled with eloquence and passion as the debate club organized a speech competition on the theme, From Freedom to Responsibility, the Role of Youth in Building a New India. It was inspiring to hear our students articulate such a deep understanding of their role in the nation's future. These speakers didn't just talk about the rights we enjoy, but pivoted beautifully to the duties we owe as the next generation of leaders. Participant brought a unique perspective on how the youth can bridge the gap between our historical freedom and our future responsibilities. On the eve of Republic Day celebrations, our students were out proving that patriotism is as much about service as it is about celebration. On January 25th, the NSS volunteers organized a massive cleanliness drive right at one of Patna's most iconic spots, Marine Drive. Armed with gloves and disposal bags, the NSS members worked tirelessly to clear litter and spread awareness among the morning crowds about the importance of keeping our public spaces pristine. It was a powerful statement of civic duty, reminding us that building a new India starts with taking care of our own backyard. And finally, we come to the most prestigious event of the month. On January 26th, the campus was painted in saffron, white and green as we celebrated India's 77th Republic Day. The morning began with the unfurling of national flag, and we were deeply honored to have Dr. Kishore Kunal as our chief guest for the occasion, who currently serves as the district and additional sessions judge in Samastipur. His address to the students emphasized the core values of our constitution: justice, liberty, and equality. The Xavier Dhwani Club set a patriotic tone with their soulful performance of patriotic songs, followed by a powerful drama by the Xavier Theatre Club and a high-energy dance by the Xavier Dance Club. It was a day that perfectly balanced the solemnity of our national heritage with the vibrant energy of our youth. Now let's move on with some national news making headlines across the nation. India celebrated its 77th Republic Day with a grand parade at Kartavya Path themed 150 years of Vande Mataram to honor the national song's legacy. A historic highlight was the attendance of two European Union leaders, European Council President Antonio Costa and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen as chief guests. The parade also featured a significant tri-services tableau showcasing the military's Operation Sindoor. Moving forward, let's take a glance beyond our nation's border. January 2026 marked a historic moment for the European Union as Bulgaria officially adopted the euro, becoming the 21st member of the Eurozone. Simultaneously, Cyprus stepped into a leadership role, beginning its term as the President of the Council of the European Union. These shifts come at a time of high-level diplomatic engagement, notably seen during the visit of European Union Commission President Ursula von der Leyen and European Union Council President Antonio Costa to India as chief guest for our Republic Day celebrations. You have been watching Ignatian Waves. This is Mansa signing off with reporter Tamanna, camera person Ria and editor Sahil. See you in the next episode. Till then, take care. Jai Xaviers, Jai Bharat.